If you are a white woman and you are dating, in love with, married to a black man, I want you to listen up. There are certain things that you need to know. And I don't think this is spoke about enough. But the most dangerous thing in this world are the tears of a white woman. And if you truly love the black man that you are with, you need to know that you need to have his back and protect him at all costs, including protecting him from yourself. And what do I mean by that? My son was dating a white woman. My son is biracial. They got into an argument in public, and she started to scream and cry. And my son immediately left the scene. She was outraged. She couldn't believe my son left. My son left because my son knew that if he stayed there and this woman was crying and screaming at him, a black man, there was not going to be any questions asked. He was going to be thrown to the ground. He was going to go to jail. It was not going to be any questions asked because this white woman was crying and screaming about him. Now, I'm sure this female may have been hurt. Her feelings was hurt. She was a little emotional. However, when you are dating a black man and you're a white woman, you need to understand that sometimes your fucking feelings and your emotions have to take a fucking back seat to not cause harm to the person you are dating, that you love, that you are married to. And I'm not telling you that if you are truly in fucking danger, not to get help. But if you're just emotional, you're just pissed off, and you want to scream and hoop and holler, in public is not the time. Because that can turn out very deadly for the black man that you claim to love so much, whether you realize it or not. If you were just dating a white man and you were yelling, nobody would really pay any attention to that shit. But when people see a white woman and a black man and you're screaming, all hell will break loose. Because when white women cry, everybody responds. Even if the shit is stupid, even if it's frivolous, even if it's a lie. The most deadliest thing in this world are white women tears. I have said this time and time again. And I learned this very, very early in life. I grew up in the projects. I was raised by two wonderful black women that helped my mother raise me. So I know what I have witnessed, what I have experienced, and I know for a fact of what I speak. I learned very early in life that I could be a voice for my friends and my family because people would listen to me far more than they would listen to them. And if you listen to anything I have ever said to you on this app, if you are a white woman and you are dating a black man, you are in love with a black man, you are married to a black man, you need to know that you need to have his back and protect him at all costs, even if it is protecting him from you. Handle that shit at home if you are not in danger.
Oh wow, guys, this story is so touching. I mean, story of this white lady with a white cap telling us about the discrimination, whereby the son was dating a white lady, and she was screaming, and absolutely, this guy, the son, is so intelligent, whereby he have to run for his life because the way I sees everything, they might come and they don't want to listen to what happened, and they'll just start beating up this boy. They don't care if the boy is correct, if he's right. But the main problem is that he has missed color. But this is absolutely unacceptable. Why should you do that? I mean, guys, this is so annoying as the way it is now. So we have to learn how to love ourselves. Okay, we are humans, for crying out loud.
I have a genuine question for Black women specifically. So if you're not a Black woman or a woman of color, please don't comment on this video. Maybe look at the comments if this video gets any traction, but I really only want to be hearing from Black women and women of color, because I've seen a lot about the blue bracelets on this app, and I think we're all in agreement that it's very performative and it isn't actually something that is for Black women. It signifies to us, women who look like me, that we voted blue. But what I really want to know is, Black women, what makes you feel safe when we're in shared spaces? What can I do, and those in my circles do, to make you feel seen and heard and safe when we are in shared spaces?
The myth of black on black violence can be summed up in a study by the U.S. Department of Justice, who covered violent crimes from 2012 to 2015 and found that 22.7% of violent crimes were committed by black people, and 63% of those were committed against other black people. This is in comparison to 44% of all violent crimes committed by white people, and 57% of those were committed against other white people. According to this data, the DOJ found that white people commit crimes against other white people at about the same rate that black people do against other black people. And given those numbers, the discussion or lead phrasing people have used is black on black, which is weird because statistically that's not true. So the question you can ask when someone tries to leverage the myth of black on black crime is, the hell are you talking about?
So a black-owned dental office had a sign posted that said, "No house shoes, no pajamas, no bonnets," right? And social media was so up in arms that they tried to destroy this woman's business by leaving her bad reviews, saying that the sign was anti-black. I just want to know why everything negative and uncouth has to be labeled black culture. I also want to know why advocating for us to go in public looking like we care about ourselves and how we look is deemed as respectability politics. We should not be condoning and advocating for clear signs of depression, because the only times I've ever been raggedy in public is when something was off with me mentally. Rolling out of bed in the morning and going in public with a bonnet and pajamas on and house shoes is unacceptable, uncouth behavior, no matter what race of people does it. And going out in public looking well put together like I care about myself doesn't mean that I'm trying to be like white people or I'm trying to get white people to respect me. Maybe it's because I respect me. Let's make having self-respect a part of black culture.
So a white woman friend of mine got reported to HR at work because of something that she said to a colleague. And when you're the black friend, you receive the text messages asking for advice. And so I just want to share with you what this text said. Printed it out. Here we go. Hey Z, hope you're doing well. Hope you don't mind me texting, but I've gotten myself into quite a situation at work. Long story short, I had a very heated conversation with a colleague last week. It came about because she was upset with me. She felt after a conversation together the prior day that my language and tone had been rude and condescending. So she pulled me into her office the next day to let me know how she felt. But unfortunately, she approached it in a way where I felt very threatened and attacked. In trying to tell her that I felt threatened, I used the word aggressive, and now I've been reported to HR. She's a woman of color, so what I did not know before, but I know now, is that aggressive could be interpreted as a racially insensitive term. I feel like an idiot, of course, because that was not my intent, nor did I know that. Is that widely understood to be the case? Are there other words besides the obvious that I need to be aware of? First, I want to share that my friend is a wonderful person, yet she has biases that she's not aware of. And so to those that are not aware, yes, the term aggressive can be very, very offensive because it's associated with angry black women. We might just state our opinion, and while another person might be called assertive, we get called aggressive. She asked what other terms she should be aware of, and you know what I told her? Google is a powerful tool. Also, read my book, Black People Breathe, especially the chapter called RESPECT at work. I got a follow-up text from her thanking me for my advice, saying that she had a really, really good conversation that was emotional with her colleague and that tears were shed, but it is all good now. And while I am so happy for her, I also had to share with her the complexity of white women's tears and these things happening, and then white women crying and making themselves the center of attention when they were the ones that committed harm. So I hope this was educational. And if you are somebody that's been called aggressive, I'm curious, how did that pan out? And if you are an aspiring ally, I ask you, have you ever called anybody aggressive?
White people.
Oh, that's me?
What does it feel like to be white?
Wow, okay, that's a loaded question. What does it feel like to be white? Well, first I want to say, and I'm literally going to speak for I want to say 99.9% of white people here, okay? So we don't care about the color of your skin, the culture you ascended from. It's literally like caring what color hair someone has. I don't care if you have blonde hair, brown hair, black hair, blue hair, no hair. Do you? Do you care what color hair someone has? What color eyes they have? Because that's what it's like to me. Like saying, I only like people with brown eyes. What? Okay, now that I got that out of the way. Wow, I didn't expect this question to make me emotional. It's like being hated. No matter how you say something or don't say something, no matter how you act or don't act, no matter how much you try to show up in your life every day, you have this target on your back for something that some of your ancestors did so far long ago before you ever existed. Specifically being a white woman, it's like if you're bold and personable and outgoing, you're a bitch and you're conceited and you're full of yourself. And on the flip side, if you're humble and you're quiet and you're bashful, then you're weak. You're a weakling. And it's literally spending your entire life trying so hard to find this perfect balance, this perfect percentage of both that will allow you an existence of just not being judged about everything. Also being a white woman, it's basically having your entire existence and value be directly tied to your weight and what size you wear. So, side note question for Black women, how does it feel feeling beautiful no matter what size you are? Because I don't think as a white woman I have ever experienced that. And I think that's a truly beautiful thing and how it should be. Really what I want to say is we don't know what vessel we're going to be put into on this wild, crazy journey ride that we call life here on Earth. And some shitty things went down in the past involving every culture, okay? And I'm not excusing it. I'm not saying I was happy it happened, obviously. No, I wish none of that never happened to anyone. Now, then, ever. But now it's 2024. Can't we do better? Can't we say it doesn't matter what culture you came from, where your ancestors came from, what family you happen to be born into? What matters is how you show up and how you teach your children. Sorry, I'm surrounded by mosquitoes. How you teach your children to show up so that we can better the path of the journey of life for our future generations. Instead of this mean girl mentality of being jealous and competing with each other, let us be sisters. I really think that's what I want. And I think a lot of people like me want that too. So I don't know. That was just off the cuff there, but that's what it feels like to be white.
I'm a black woman. I come from a black woman who came from a black woman who came from a black woman, and I'm going to give birth to a black woman. We're impeccable. We are impeccable. We're special, and the world is going to have to deal with that.
So this lady asks, this black lady, are white women really that scared of black women? And I'm going to say yes. And this is my opinion as a white woman who is 53 years old and has lived in the South in Georgia in my entire life. But it's not being scared, but it's a fear. And it's not a physical fear. It is the mental fear. It is what we see in you and what we see you doing and how it challenges us and the fear of that. So we see black women and we see how strong you are. We see you coming together as a community. We see you supporting each other. We see you supporting your community, supporting your families, supporting your children, going out and fighting for your rights, being authentic in your race and in your femininity. Anyway. And we're jealous. I think we're jealous because we would love to be that, I think, and we don't know how to break out of the indoctrination that we have been suppressed by our entire lives. And I'm not giving white women a pass, don't get me wrong, but I know I and most women have been told, white women have been told our entire lives, be quiet, know your place, be a good girl, don't rock the boat, don't be too much. And when you are any of those things, you are ostracized because you have rocked their boat. And that is what black women are. You rock our boat, our mental boat, because you challenge us to look at how we are deficient and not living in our truth, and it makes us uncomfortable. And people don't like to be uncomfortable. And it makes us start to question ourselves, and people don't like to question themselves. We would rather live in our little bubble of white supremacy and what we know and comfortableness. I know that's not a word. Than a lot of people would, white women would, rather than challenge themselves to grow and know more, because it's easy. Doing the work is hard. It's really hard. I've been doing the work the past several years, and it's hard. It is hard admitting some truths about yourself and some truths about yourself as a white woman. So yeah, I think that white women are scared of black women because you challenge us in that way, and a lot of us don't like it. And that's why we fear you. It's because we fear what you make us face.
Hi guys, welcome to the channel once again. If you are new here, my name is Blessing and thanks for joining. Guys, this story is getting more interesting. Oh my goodness. This is unbelievable. I honestly, I don't want to support any of white or black. I'm just in the middle of it, okay? Asking myself, God, if really God exists, he should be ashamed of us now, because God is a great artist. He created us with his own image. He created us with fantasy. I don't know why is the discrimination, between black and white people. I don't get it. According to this lady, she said that the white is jealous. Guys, if you really support this lady, let me know right there in the comment section. And she said the black people support their families. Yes, 100% they do. They support the children, they care for everybody. They have this big heart of love. They extend it to everybody. But there's one thing that black people have in mind, which I know is not correct. Once they see the white people, what they have in mind that is that, oh, he's discriminating me, he hates me, she hates me because I'm black. This is something that I can't even understand. And for me, I don't know what the white people think also in their head. Maybe, hey, this person is black, I don't think I like you, I don't think we are good together. I don't know. God, guys, if you agree with what this particular woman is saying, that that's women jealous for black women. I think that's supposed to be white women or white people jealous of black people because of their strength. If you're in support of what she's saying now, let me know right there in the comment section. But if you don't support, if you have any motive, if you have anything in mind, or any suggestion, let me know also in the comment section. Let the comments keep going, guys. And yeah, let me know your own thoughts. Do you hate whites? Are you a black woman? Are you a black man? Do you also discriminate the white people? Are you white? Do you also discriminate or jealous? I don't know. What is the jealousy all about? This is our mindset. This is what, I don't think it actually means color. This is who you are. Nothing changes you for who you are. Just love. Learn how to love.